All right, joining us now is Alamogordo Track and Field as they get ready for their season starting this weekend in Las Cruces at the Oñate meet, and joined by Coach Jason Atkinson. And I should have actually started off there by saying the defending Class 5A state champions, the defending Class 5A runners-up. Coach, pretty great to be able to say that going into the season, isn't it?
Yeah, those memories are, that's going to be some of my whole life that I'll have with me. I mean, that was a special day, what happened, and came down in the 4x4 for both teams. So it was, that was something really cool. It was my first state championship as a head coach, been part of as assistants, but and to have two trophies with one staff and one program was pretty special as well.
Yeah, very cool. Well, if you want to introduce the crew that you got here with you, you got 3 from the ladies team and 2 from the guys.
Yeah, I'll go with the ladies team. We have Sheyenne Drake. She's a middle distance 400 type athlete for us this year. We have Iyana Harper, who is a 100, 200, and 4x4 when we need her. And then we have Julie Alger, who's going to be our main hurdler this year, and a triple jumper for us this year as well. Okay. And on the guys' side, we have Gil, who will be 100, 200, 4x4 if we need him as well. And they have Marrujo, who's going to be our big man in the 400, 4x2, 4x, in all the relays, really. So those are the 5 that we have today.
All right, very good. How's everybody doing today? Good?
Yeah.
Good. Okay, that's what I like to hear. I know it's a day off for everybody, so we'll try to make this as painless as possible. So nothing like class or anything like that. But we'll start over here with the veteran. We got Cheyenne over here because she's done a ton of interviews with us. Cheyenne, you've had a little bit of time off since cross country, soccer. You feel energized and ready to go for track season?
I'm really excited. Yeah, our first meet's coming up pretty soon, like closer than I thought it would come. So yeah, I'm really excited for this season. All
right, so Coach mentioned 400 middle distance. So you're doing 4, 8, any bit longer distances than that? Or?
I normally run the 16. We'll see about the 32. I mean, I hope I don't run that, but I'm just kidding. No, I'm really excited, but I'm mostly going to be focusing on the 800, 400, 1600, all that.
And probably see you in some relays this year too.
Yeah, the 4x4.
4x4. Okay. Any event that you're feeling best about, most comfortable in? I mean, we know you run the 3 miles in cross country, but on track, is there one that you feel best suited to?
Well, the 800 has always been like my main event, but I'm really excited to see what I can do in the 400. I experimented with that last year, and I think I can improve that. So I'm excited for that too.
All right. Well, let's move over here to Will. Who looks real excited about it, Will. Coach mentioned, obviously, what do you feel like is your strongest event going into the season?
Probably like the 100. I've been doing it a lot last year, so.
Yeah. And you do the 200 as well?
Yeah.
Okay. What is it about the short distances that you like so much? I mean, just obviously the race is over quicker, but you have to be there's so little margin for error in a 100 or 200 race. What do you like so much about it?
I just like how the competition between everybody. It's like who's gonna beat who. Don't be last. Try to be at first.
Yeah, I got you. Very good. Matthew, what events are you going to be competing in this year?
I'm going to be doing the relays, the 4x4 and high jump.
High jump, okay. And is high jump your favorite, or do you like the running events more? Or?
I like the jumping because I don't get as tired.
I understand. What's been your personal best? What maybe are you shooting for this year in the high jump?
6 foot, that's qualifying. I was jumping 5'10" as a sophomore, so I hope to get qualified for that.
Okay, very good. 6 feet. That would be a great deal there. And we got Iyana Harper over here, who had a lot of success in the 100 to 200 and begrudgingly the 4x400 relay. Obviously, you've had a ton of success in those events over the last couple of seasons. Are you trying to push it even further this year and lower that time even more?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, you got a time in particular that you got in mind going into this season, or?
For the 200, probably like a 24.98. Right. I just want to get it lower. The 100, I'm not sure yet. We're just gonna have to see how that one goes.
Okay. So it's open right now, but you've obviously got some things in your mind that you're thinking about. Okay, very good. Julia, the hurdling and relays as well. Hurdling is, I feel like, such a challenging event. How did you get started into hurdling? I mean, who kind of worked you to start doing that?
I kind of just walked into the season out of nowhere, and I was just trying out different events. And I definitely think that just the coaches, especially Atkinson. He was really pushing me to do track and do hurdles, and I think once I just started it, I just fell in love with it, and I love running hurdles. So,
well, I had her in PE.
Okay.
And I kept telling her she needs to do something.
Yeah.
And I said, you need to come out for track. And so midway of the season last year, she finally took the chance, and
It worked out okay.
worked out real well.
Okay. Do you have something in your mind where you shoot? I mean, state qualifying time is obviously something you'd like to get, but or do you have an idea in your mind what you want to be shooting for this year?
Yeah, definitely. I want to go to state for the 100 hurdles because I qualified for both, but I actually placed just for the 300s. But I definitely like to try for both of them this year.
Yeah, Coach. We've kind of chatted a little bit since last season, but I know on the girls' side, you feel like the girls' team might be even stronger than the state championship team winning last year. Is that how you feel going into this season?
Yeah, nothing's changed.
Yeah.
I mean, my goal is to see if we can score in every single event at the state track.
Yeah.
And that's very rare. It's going to be difficult. And without a doubt, this girls' team is ready to do it again. They really are. And it's going to be down to the mentality and how we handle teams coming after us every single meet, which really doesn't change much because that happens almost every meet anyways for us because of the success that we've had. And I mean, it's going out on a limb a little bit, but I fully expect us to do it again. We're going to have bumps along the way. We're not going to have meets that are going to go just right for us. And but yes, I expect us to do it again.
And I know the guys' team that there's some pieces that obviously aren't going to be here this year that were there last year. There'll be some spots you got to fill in, but boys track at Alamogordo High School is it's a legacy. It's one of those things that it seems like you guys always have a quality team every single season.
Well, I had the parents meeting this past Wednesday, or last Wednesday, I should say, and I told the parents then I was really impressed and surprised with where the boys' team is right now. Yeah, we lost obviously quite a bit last year, but what I've seen with the group of kids who've come out and a few new kids come out, we're going to be tough on the guys' side, and you have to factor in both basketball teams. Whenever they're done, we'll get some athletes out, and both teams they're going to add. For the girls and boys, is going to add to our team. So you keep in mind the athletes that we will have coming out, and on both sides, it's only going to add. But on the boys' team, we have some spots that we're going to struggle for a little while. But I'm actually really excited and surprised in a good way that we're at the point we are right now. So it's going to take us a little bit longer to be the team that we need to be versus the girls' team. The girls' team, I expect us to right from the beginning. The guys are going to take a little while, but it doesn't matter because we're both going to be peaking beginning of May. And then that second weekend in May. So that's what it's about. And we're going to get there in different ways. But the guys' team is going to be a real fight for them as well. I expect a trophy. I'm not sure what color because there's a lot of teams that have lost a lot in the state. Teams like Artesia, even Academy. They lost 21 points from one person last year. That's a huge drop. And so it's pretty wide open on the guys' side.
All right. Well, Julie, I'll ask you, competing at state and winning a state championship, I didn't get to ask you guys about what that experience was like. Julie, I'll ask you, what was that day like for you?
It was intense. It was very intense, especially watching that last race, and we won by a very, very small margin. And it was an amazing experience, especially the bus ride back home with the team. It's just we're all like a family, and I feel like that made us a lot closer. And just seeing how far we've come in this season, just for that win, was all worth it.
Yeah. When Coach talks about those kind of expectations this year, does that get you excited, get you pumped up for the year?
Definitely. There's some pressure, but you definitely have to take that pressure and put it into your race, and it'll make you better. So.
Iyana, what was the state championship experience like for you?
I don't know, I still can't process it really. I'm still happy about it, but we worked so hard during the season, so we deserved it. Yeah. It was great though.
And I'll ask you the expectations part of it. Coach believes in you guys, obviously thinks you guys should be, winning every meet and competing for another state championship. Is that pressure, or is that welcome pressure? You're happy to have that?
That's not really pressure, because it was like that last year. So, like, this year, it's like the same thing. We're still getting after the same thing. So, I mean,
no big deal.
No big deal.
All right. Matthew, a team that finished second last year, Coach talked about how it's, a little bit different. It's a different overall team. To try and, build the team back up, live up to those expectations. Do you welcome that challenge going in this year?
Yes, sir. I expect everyone to step up and fill the spots that need to be filled.
Yeah. What's the mentality among the team this year? Coach said it may be a little bit rough early on. Is it just trying to, keep working, keep trying to get better throughout the year?
Yeah, just keep getting better every single day. Every day is a grind. Just got to get to it.
Will, you were on the team that won the Red Trophy last year. Of you guys that are still with the team this year, do you feel like that's a leadership role for you guys to try and say, that these are the kind of things that we need to be doing in order to be successful?
Yeah, it honestly is, but it's a little hard being a leader, though, especially as a sophomore, too, so.
Yeah, just something that you got to try to figure out as time goes on, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. From your perspective, what do you think it's going to take? Coach talked about it a little bit with the guys' team and parents meeting and all that, but, what do you feel like it's going to take for this team to maybe try to get back to that place this year?
Just step up and do your role. Don't lose your races, and
yeah,
I don't know.
just do what you need. Do your job, right?
Pretty much.
There you go. Cheyenne, what was the state championship winning experience like for you?
I couldn't believe it at first. I know me and Claire, because we ran the first and second leg of the 4x4, we were just standing there tired, we just raced our hearts out. And I just remember, we saw Justice, pass that girl right at the end. And we were like, oh, yay, we passed, we won. But then Claire was like, oh my gosh, we're state champs now, right? And I was like, wow, yeah, we are. No, it was crazy. And, just the whole day, it was like a dream, that's what you work for the whole season. That's the dream, and we got to experience that, so it was really fun.
Well, and I asked the same question to ask the ladies. Expectations are always a tough thing, to try to go out there and defend as state champions. Is that something that's fun to you, or is that something that is challenging? How do you look at it?
Well, of course, being state champs, it encourages us every day to work harder, But at the same time, Coach always tells us, there's a target on our back now. Everyone wants to beat us. We're the team to beat, So it's like a maintenance thing. We can't, what's it called? We can't expect greatness just because we've already achieved it. We have to continue and, maintain what we're doing, work hard every day, earn it.
Gotcha. All right. Coach, we've got these three ladies here. Talk about some of the other ladies we should be watching out for on the girls' team this year. I know she just mentioned Justice. Who else should we be watching out for this year?
Yeah, obviously Justice will be a big part of the team. We have Claire as well back. We have Jaden in the high jump. She's coming out from basketball. We have Brooke Payton, who's really the favorite right now in the girls' discus. Based on returning athletes. And we went 1-2 in that discus, and that was really a huge turning point in that state championship last year. And so she finished second. So just based on that, she's a favorite. But obviously, every year is different, so things change. Tabitha Miller, I think, will qualify in all three throws. We also have Kyra Harrell. She'll be in a lot of our relays, be solid for us in that aspect as well. And we have Katie Fillmore that I think will step up in the hurdles, and Kyla Fugate in the distance, and Gabby Sandoval in the distance as well. So I know sometimes I do this, I might let one or two slip. So I apologize if I did, but those are some of the girls. No, those are some of the girls that would definitely have an impact on the team.
And some of the guys, I know you're still trying to fill in those spots, and you don't know for sure. But are there any other names we should be looking out for this year?
Yeah, I've actually been along with Matthew coming out again this year. Diego Izabud, who's actually really impressed, surprised. His first time out, and he's really shown to he's going to help us. And obviously we have Shamar Norman in basketball. We have Chris Morton. Those two are impact athletes in track and field. And in the hurdles, we have hopefully Harlan He's also in basketball as well. Hopefully he'll step up in those 300s. He's not much of a because of his height. He's not much of a 110 guy, but those 300s going to be solid for us as well. And unfortunately, we're losing a couple distance guys already for moving. One's military and one's another family situation. But we would have had Eric Amaya, and he'd have been a solid 800 athlete for us. But then in his spot, even though he's leaving soon, we'll have Ezra Cadwallader, and he's going to be our top 800 guy. So if we want a chance to score in that medley, he's going to have to step up. And in the throws, I'm hoping Wyatt Skelton will step up, something like that, because we're going to need to find something in the throws. And then actually Noah Wild in our pole vault. He's already, from what I hear in practice from Coach Tribble, is clearing 13 feet already. So those are, again, some of those guys, and I apologize if I did forget any.
Yeah, as I said, there's so many guys and gals on these teams that are going to be important to the program this year. You guys got 3 meets again at home this year with the Sepulveda and the Raleigh-Buck, but also get to host district again. I'm sure you guys like to have district here to be able to celebrate that district championship at home. That's a good thing for you guys, right?
Yeah, it's a lot of work for the coaching staff and on myself to get it organized and to find people to help volunteer. So anyone's out there listening would like to volunteer, just contact me. Put you to work. But no, of course, if we had a choice to host district or not host it, we would always host it. So that is always our advantage. And also because I think at a school we can't match UNM's facility because we're not a multi-million-dollar Division I university, but our facility is impressive. It's the best in the state at a high school, without a doubt. So that's why we should host it. And so we're excited. I think the kids, it's that little bit extra motivation. And, we always look forward to hosting that.
All right. Well, I think it sounds like it's going to be another great season for Alamogordo Track and Field. I don't think anybody should be surprised by that. Guys, thanks so much for coming in. Good luck this season. Have some fun. For those of you, I know some of you are out there this weekend. Some of you are not out there this weekend at Oñate, but have a good time over there. Thanks for coming in, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Coach, appreciate it.